A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions between the United States and Venezuela, President Donald Trump announced a total and complete blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers entering or leaving Venezuela. This bold declaration, made via social media, has sent ripples through the already beleaguered Venezuelan economy, which is heavily reliant on oil exports. The threat comes as part of a long-standing campaign by the Trump administration to exert military and economic pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, whose regime has been accused of human rights abuses and election fraud. As the world's largest holder of proven oil reserves, Venezuela's economy has been in freefall, with production plummeting from over 3 million barrels per day in the early 2000s to about 1 million barrels today. The Venezuelan state oil company, Petróleos de Venezuela, PDVSA, has insisted that operations are continuing as normal, despite Trump's threats. They have stated that oil tankers linked to PDVSA are sailing with full security. However, the reality on the ground may tell a different story. Maritime intelligence firm Windward reports that numerous vessels under sanction are navigating near Venezuela, with at least 30 ships potentially affected by the blockade. Some of these vessels have already begun to change course, likely in response to fears of being seized by U.S. forces, which recently captured a sanctioned tanker off the Venezuelan coast. Michelle Weiss-Bachmann, a senior analyst at Windward, noted that the behavior of these tankers is shifting, with many loitering or deviating from their intended paths. One notable vessel, the Hyperion, previously part of Russia's state-owned shipping fleet, was en route to Venezuela's Jose port when it abruptly turned northward. This ship had been sanctioned in the final days of the Biden administration for allegedly facilitating oil sales in violation of sanctions related to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The ship's ownership remains obscured, hidden behind multiple layers of offshore companies, raising suspicions about its future. Despite the blockade threats, Venezuela's military and government officials have taken a defiant stance. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez publicly dismissed the U.S. threats as crude and arrogant, asserting that the military remains loyal to Maduro and is not intimidated by external pressures. The Venezuelan government has also received support from China, a key market for its oil exports. Chinese officials have condemned the U.S. actions as bullying and reaffirmed Venezuela's right to pursue independent economic partnerships. The geopolitical implications of Trump's blockade are significant. With a heavy U.S. military presence in the Caribbean, including the largest aircraft carrier fleet ever assembled in South America, the potential for conflict looms large. The U.S. has previously conducted military operations in the region under the guise of combating drug trafficking, but many believe these actions are a pretext for undermining Maduro's government and seizing control of Venezuela's oil reserves. As oil prices surged in early trading following Trump's announcement, analysts expressed concern over the potential impact of the blockade on Venezuela's already fragile economy. Capital Economics warned that the blockade could cut off a vital source of revenue for the nation, exacerbating the humanitarian crisis that has already seen millions flee the country in search of better opportunities. In response to the escalating tensions, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has called on the United Nations to intervene and prevent violence in Venezuela. She emphasized the need for peaceful resolutions to conflicts and criticized the international community for its inaction. As the situation unfolds, the stakes are high for both the U.S. and Venezuela. The Trump administration's aggressive stance could lead to further destabilization in the region, while Venezuela's reliance on oil exports leaves it vulnerable to external pressures. The coming weeks will be critical in determining the future of Venezuela's oil industry and the fate of its embattled government. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.